Hello everyone, welcome to the fourth and the final part of the database CRUD operation tutorial series. In this video, we'll be dealing with SQL Server database search using C#. Till now, we have managed to do insert, delete and update operations in the previous three videos. If you haven't watched it yet, please go watch it before joining in this video. Now, for the search operation, I'll be using a search text box and we'll be modifying the data grid view items as and when the user types in the text box. So first in the UI, let me decrease the size of the data grid view. Let's copy paste a text box element, which will be our text box 3. Let's extend it and let's give it a label. Let's rename the text in the label to search. Now, let's double click on the text box so that we get an event text changed, and this is the function which is triggered in the event of text changed. So whenever a user changes even a single letter in the text box, this event is triggered. Now let us store the current stage or the current state of the text box in a string. So let that string be search, and the value will come from text box 3.text. Now after this, we'll again open the SQL connection. Let's copy it and we'll introduce a SQL command variable, com new SQL command. Now the user can enter either the book name or the author name in the text box field. So we need to handle both. So the query will go as follows: select star from book where book name is a parameter or author name is the same parameter, and we'll pass the connection variable as the second parameter of the command variable. Now let us define this parameters dot add with value 0 as the search string. So search. Now we'll do the same thing like we do in the setGrid function, which is to pass the command variable in the adapter, then fill the data table with the adapter contents, and then set the data grid source to the data table. So let us just copy paste this code. Okay, so now there is something missing. So now we can't compare a string value with the column value with a equal to sign. So let us replace it with like. So like is an operator which pretty much does pattern matching with the value which is passed and the column values. So now let us look into some of the properties which we have to keep in mind when we use like. Now as we know, we are triggering this text changed function whenever the user enters even a single character or deletes a single character from the text box. So this means that not always does the text box contain the exact same value which is there in the column. It might contain half or just one letter or two letters with which we have to compare the contents of the table. So for that we need to know percentage and underscore signs which we use in like. So after each string, if we append a percentage, that means we need to match the patterns of all the values that start with that particular character or the string, but we don't care as to what is there after the particular string. So a ampersand means the values which will be retrieved will start with a succeeded by any other values. So the same goes for percentage a. Percentage a means it can start with any values and can have any number of values before it, but it must always end with a. Percentage or percentage means it can be preceded or succeeded with any values, but or must be present in that particular string. Now underscore r percentage means a single character. So there must be a character which must precede r, and r must be in the second position always. But after r there can be any other letters which is not our concern. The next is a percentage o. A percentage o means the string must start with a, it must end with o, but there might be any characters in between, and that is none of our concern. A underscore percentage underscore percentage. This means that the string must contain a minimum of 3 characters which must start with a. That means a is always fixed and there must be 2 more characters in the string, and there can be more or less, that doesn't matter. And the positions of these 2 characters which must be present compulsorily can change. So there can be n number of characters between them and there can be n number of characters after them. But the only constraint is it must start with a. So here we are considering that if suppose the user enters a in the text box, then we will retrieve all the book names and the author names that start with a. So in the search string, let us append percentage after the contents of the text box. So this means that we will retrieve all the book names and the author names which start with the contents of the text box, but after which it can be succeeded by any number of characters or anything, any other strings. So now let's execute. Okay, so we have our list of books and the author names. Let's search for C. Now our book name C with C has come, and let us search for M. We need to find 2 values for that, and we have 2 author names for M. So that is about it, and please subscribe and stay tuned for the further videos. Thank you.